The night before Christmas, 2012. It was the night before Christmas, and all through the house it was shut down for the holidays, and it was quiet as a mouse. The sarcasms of question period still hung in the air, and there was not one politician to be seen anywhere. Throughout the country stockings were all hung with care, with anticipation that Santa soon would be here. But austerity programs from Brother Steve and the crew were having some drastic effects on old Santa too. Then to top it all off, they all drafted a letter, and before they went home they sent it to Santa. It said, "Please read carefully, 'cause this is no joke. From now on, we don't want our Santa to smoke." I was just sitting around like in Christmases past, when I heard a loud noise, and I thought it might be a blast. Then in through the door, past security and all, came this jolly old man. I thought he was going to fall. He was carrying a cane, but his pipe was no more. It appeared a new modern version of Santa for sure. His red suit was replaced by a suit that's all green, donated by Elizabeth. She said it was always my dream. A small little green sack he had hung over his back. From what I could tell, it looked to be very slack. I thought I saw something sticking out of his teeth. Looked like mistletoe or maybe a piece of a wreath. He was dragging his feet like he'd come a long way, like he might have been the one that was hauling the sleigh. His cap was not shiny, and his beard looked a big mess. If I was to guess, I'd say that Santa needed a rest. As he ran down the hall, he looked right at me and said, "Go get me Peter, and also tell the CBC that I have things to say, and I must say it right here, because as you all know, I have to go everywhere." Then as quick as a wink there were cameras and light. I could see Santa's eyes. They were both shining bright. As he spoke out to Peter, he said, "Now please get this right, and make sure you have it on the National tonight." My sack is quite small, not like in years that have passed. It might be bigger next year if the recession don't last. There'll be just one gift for all, without any exception, so don't expect any money to run your next election. For Allison, there's a big pipeline to carry her oil. Christy won't like it, so I'll give her a big smile. A muskrat for Kathy, which is autographed by our Danny. It might bring you some power, if you just keep it handy. For Darrell, there's a cable that can bring muskrat power from that rock Newfoundland without using a tower. Some wool socks for Robert, for when you stand in the cold, waiting for that muskrat power contract to slowly unfold. There's a calculator for Dalton, so he can figure things right in time before he slowly moves on into the dark night. There's potash without limit for Brad and the gang to control how they wish from their own native land. I have new skidoos all around for Heaver, Bob, and Darrell, 'cause I know they already have all their winter apparel. For Pauline, there's a big book of things to do and not do. Some have said it's from Kevin, but he says it's not true. Now there's David and Greg. I really worked hard for you, but a gift card from Walmart is the very best that I could do. Then reaching deep down in his sack, he made a loud snort and said, "This last one's for Peter. It's a trip to the north." As Santa chuckled oh-ho and said, "I'm all soaking wet. My job here is done, and now I must kiss my breath. Since I have lots more to do and must travel so far, I asked the man at the top to loan me his bulletproof car." Then Santa stood up and held on to his belly, that hung over his belt like a tub of soft jelly. Then sticking 2 fingers up into his nose, he grabbed an old paper towel and made a few blows. "Oh ho! Merry Christmas to one and to all. My reindeers are waiting, and I don't want to fall. So give me a hand there, won't ya, old Peter, me son? And when you go to the haddock, come visit. We'll sure have some fun."